Bienvenido, welcome to Oni Boi, your favorite hobby tourist. Hope you're all having a wonderful day today. Hello, Slap Battles. Welcome in. Always a pleasure to have you in. Hello, Mr. Ghost. I like the new time of posting. Yeah, I might actually start doing it. Hello, Flopix. Oh, wait, I just realized. I'm so sorry, guys. I have the wrong avatar up. This is my gaming one. I actually want to make some new ones. I want to do I have some ideas for some new versions. Hold up. I'm looking, there's something off here. There we go. Okay. I was like, there is something a little off here. I was looking at it. Tomorrow I might be doing or even earlier. I was thinking maybe doing it like my 5 o'clock instead. Like instead of 6, I usually do it at 6. I was thinking maybe doing it at 5. So I might do that tomorrow. Not 100% sure on that though. We'll see, we'll see. I'm looking at, I feel like everything's a little off, right? What is this? This one's off, okay. This one, what does this do? Doodle bar. Did you see my new? Wait, I think I did. Let me check in a moment. Let me just fix this up. Okay, I was like, there's something off there. There we go. That was off. What else? I'm just going through making sure everything looks okay. This is off. There we go. Then this one's fine. I think I fixed it. Yes, for some reason everything was off a little bit. Oh, you know what? I'm also okay. Come on, mine. It's close to 11 for me. Oh, nice. I mean, it's not super late, but it's a little later. And I know for you it's 12. Cool. I might do it a little earlier. Tomorrow I might do it a little earlier. We'll see. No promises yet, but I think I could probably do it a little earlier tomorrow. Just because I've had to do some things, so my timing might be a little different from when I'm available, you know? But thank you guys for hanging out with me. I always love it. But today we're gonna work on, we're gonna talk about, or I guess work on the TCG design, where it's game design in general. You could use it for any game design. It's just we're talking about I'm making a game while talking about making games. I think it's kind of an add-on to yesterday. Yesterday's more of I'm talking about 3D stuff. Today I'm talking about more of the TCG tabletop. Mr. Ghost, I'm working on a new mechanic for my game. Ooh. Hello, Z's. Keep going. Don't give up on your dreams. You could do it. Oh, thank you so much, Z's. I love it. I love the positivity. That is wonderful. Always happy to have positive people in here. I mean, that's what I try to be. Why add negativity to the world when there's already so much to it? You know what I mean? What might as well make something positive in my life? Mr. Ghost, it's a bit hard to explain. Oh, really? Well, I mean, I would love to hear about it. No, I mean, I thank you for throwing that in here. I love it. So I'm going to check out, you said on the Discord, you posted something, yeah? On your Discord, right? I think I did. I saw your Discord. I checked it out. Oh, you put the new thing where it's you could put fan art. Yes? Is that what you're talking about, Mr. Ghost? Or I think something else. Oh no, you made another one. You made an Infinite Echoes. Nice, you made it. I think I did. It popped up, but it didn't register. That is 4 Infinite Echoes. Okay. That's gonna be good. I like it. I like it a lot. Any of your announcements? Okay. Yeah, they look good. So you made a bunch of channels. Nice. Yay, I see you made a bunch. That's awesome. I'm very excited to check that out later. I mean, you guys are allowed to send stuff when I'm doing this. Just obviously if I'm locked in looking at something, looking forward to see fan art. Of course. I mean, I feel the same. I remember I had this conversation with another artist a while back. We were talking about the idea of someone making fan art. I was saying it's very flattering. And they said, well, what happened if you don't like the fan art? I'm like, well, it doesn't matter. They liked my idea enough, my world or whatever, to make art of it. I think that's wonderful. Even if it's not the best art, or if maybe they do draw your character in a way that you're not imagining. It's still, you should be happy that someone loves your world enough to want to make art of it. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's how I see it. Right? Exactly. I can't wait to get it. But no, okay. So I was going to talk a little bit about this, right? I'm going to throw in the cards. Let's make all of these cards a little smaller. Just so we can like fit them in, right? Or actually I have a better idea. I'm going to duplicate this one. Let's duplicate it and then make this one smaller. This is what I'm thinking. Wait, speak of getting something. What is it? So yeah, okay. I have no clue. I have no clue. It's in your city, no? It should be there already. I have no clue what's going on. I checked last time you mentioned it. I looked and it still was not there. And I was like, okay, I have no clue what's going on at this point. Okay, so okay, this one's. I think I'm fine leaving on the bottom. Or I'm gonna move this stuff around, right? Okay, I think I'll do this. I'll do this. No, I don't need. Cancel that. So this one's gonna be actually in the middle. I'm gonna put this one like in the middle area. Yuki, you could be in the back. Yeah. Marrow. Oh, there's not enough room. We gotta make them smaller. That's what I wanted to check. I wanted to check how big everything. I might not use this one for right now. Kires in the front. And then Alice in the back. It's gonna be kind of like this, the setup, right, for this game. Make everything a little smaller, just so everything fits. About here. Okay. This one, you're fine in the middle. You're okay. I'm just like scooching everything over just so we have it like a little more space. It's like you need a lot of space for this. I kind of forget how much space you need in like a TCG. Like realistically, this isn't like normal spacing. In a TCG is usually 2 to 3 lanes each player, which is like okay, but still like when you position it on a page, it's like a lot, or it feels like a lot. Okay, around here. Oh no, I actually would even need more space. What am I doing? It's gonna even need like a bunch of space because these all rotate. I keep forgetting these are rotating pieces. So there we go. Let's do it a little smaller again. Around here. I think that's gonna be a lot better. So you're gonna be there. And I'm gonna position everything before actually starting to chat with you guys. And Kiedis about here. Alice, you're about there. Perfect. Okay. And then I will make maybe like duplicate, or let's just put him on the side. He doesn't really do anything. And then we're gonna do maybe like duplicate this one. Right? Duplicate one of these. And then this one will just be, let's actually make it like grayed out. Just so we could like imagine it a little better. There we go. Little grays. So one right here. And then let's copy paste this. Let's take these out of the group. Duplicate. Duplicate. Something like that. And then let's copy paste this. Hold on. Wait, not copy paste. Control it. And let's, I know, you guys are like, hold up. Let's delete that. And then I'm going to copy paste this one. Do it. 2 more? No, a few more. There we go. Move that up here. I just want to like do like the layout, what it's going to look like. The finished version, right? And then we also need another one of these. Duplicate it. Like around, no, yeah, I think like around here. Hey, Brayden, welcome in. And then let's do one more. And then like that one, there's like one over here. And then this one, I guess I have to like grab it. Hold it. I just want to get them down to see how they look, how they feel. This is about it. Let me. There we go. Okay, this is kind of how it's gonna look when we eventually have like the finished version of this game to play. All right, let me read what you guys have been saying. Mr. Ghost is sent to the capital, then they sent it back to customs and then back to capital. Oh my, okay, I have no clue what's going on. I told a friend and he said, man, I think you can get a weapon fast. Oh yeah, I know. They're literally just keychains. I have no clue what's going on with that, Mr. Ghost. I'm so sorry that you're having this. They're being so ridiculous with these keychains. They're literally keychains and stickers. But yeah, okay. Now I'm back to the mechanics. Yes, I would love to know. Oh, you know, actually, you know what you remind me of? Talking about those packages. I remember a while back, I ordered a shirt, right, for bingo. We ordered a shirt for bingo, and it was like lost in like, I don't know where. They said it was in transit. Like so long, I actually forgot about it. I'm not even joking. I actually forgot that I ordered it, and I was like, and I remember Bingo was like, "Where is that shirt you ordered?" I was like, "I don't know. It says it's lost in transit." I called them, and like they say, "Where we mailed it a while ago, but I don't know where it. It probably was lost somewhere." But I don't know what's going on with yours, because yours is going like back and forth, going all over the place. And then Mr. Ghost, in one of the universes in my game, there's a universe that has every planet destroyed. Oh no. And every planet, there's a giant laboratory. Oh. So wait, are they, like you're saying, like they were like terraformed? That's interesting concept. So like they took, like they hollowed out the planet, like that kind of thing? Where like they took, yeah, okay. That is really interesting concept of like hollowing out a planet. It's kind of messed up. Okay, so for today, right, I guess I could go over them, right? So the way this game is gonna work. So let's say, for example, let's just use you, Mr. Ghost, as the example, right? You're playing with me. I have these two. Right, this is my team. Here, I'll mark them. You know, I have Kitas and I have Alice, right? And you would have these two. You have Mero and Yuki, okay? So the objective of the game is to defeat the Queen of Shadows, the Nightmare. Like, you can attack each other. We're allowed to attack each other. But the actual objective of the game is to defeat the Nightmare, right? So I think it's going to be kind of interesting. A little different. You don't see that too much, where it's in part you want to help each other defeat the Nightmare, but at the same time it's a race to defeat the boss, which I think is going to be a really interesting mechanic for a game like this. And Mr. Ghost, in the game, you have to travel to the planet to get the first crystal. Oh. What do you mean? So what's the concept with the crystals? I'm a little curious now. You have my interest. And Brayden, yes. But yeah, so I was saying, the objective of the game, it's so player, and then we have a boss in the middle, enemy. So the objective of the game is to defeat the boss. But you're allowed to attack each other too, which is going to be fun, right? You're allowed to attack each other or the boss. But to attack the boss, you're going to have to defeat these little minions or fragments. Fragments? The same thing, right? And then this is the same. I'll just do like double it up. Both the same. So I would have to defeat this one and you would have to defeat that one. So we have to defeat the same thing. Or I guess different things realistically. And then on this side, this will be like a location. I guess I could try a frag. Let's call it frag. And then this is a location. We'll have like a certain effects or whatever. It really depends. And then this is an event, like something that happens. Hello, Max. Welcome in. Let's see, Mr. Ghost. In the game, you have to travel to the planet to get. Okay, I'm not talking about crystals. I'm talking about special gas. Oh, that's very. What do you mean? You have to. So in your game, you have to collect gas. What for? In the laboratory, some rooms have gas that affect your mentally. Oh, so like, so in this mentally thing, would you use as like a debuff in the game, or would it like some like kind of effect? I love that when they do that in games. So it's like a story element, but at the same time it has like some kind of like mechanical element added to it, if you know what I mean. So in my case, we have Queen of Shadows, right? She has the effect of take 1 HP from LMs in the front zone, end of every round. This card gains HP equal to the total HP lost this way, right? So obviously I'm explaining that she's like a vampire-esque character mechanically. So she deals 1 damage, but at the same time she takes it from you. So let's say Mr. Ghost, meaning you can't see enemies that don't exist. Oh, you can see enemies. Oh, that's interesting. How are you going to do that mechanically though? Will they attack you? Do you take damage from them? And if you defeat them, do you gain anything from them? Do you lose? Do you not like gain anything? You need to avoid the gas. No, but like I'm saying though, Mr. Ghost, if you do hit the gas, what happens? Do you get like hit with random enemies that don't give you experience? Because that'd be nice. Fighting enemies that are more of a nuisance and they don't give you any experience because they're illusions. Because that would be kind of interesting if you're doing a level system. I don't know exactly how you're doing it in your game. Like, how do you gain points in your game? Do characters gain like XP, like the typical thing? Do they gain, I don't know, they get like items? Like what's the way you're using your mechanics in your game? You know? It really depends how you have progress in your game. So if fighting a hallucination doesn't give you progress, that would be really interesting. It's like, oh, okay, so I'm fighting, but I'm not gaining anything out of fighting them because they're hallucinations. They get XP. Okay, so it's just the regular XP way. So fighting the hallucinations, do you gain XP? Because it would be nice if you didn't. I would like that more personally. Because if you battle them, you're like, oh, it's a hallucination. You beat them, but you don't gain anything for beating them because they're not real. You're just battling in your mind. I think it would make it thematically be very interesting, which I feel a lot of games don't do that. They get like, they just go for the gamification of it. They're like, oh, it's a game, so this is how it works. It's like, well, you're also a storyteller. You're telling a story through an experience. Mr. Ghost, you don't get XP on there are 3 types of gas. Oh, what kind of gas? So what do the different gases do? So the one creates illusions or hallucinations, or do all of them do that and have different varieties of interaction with those hallucinations or whatever? Because I think that's really interesting. I think that you could go really far with that mechanic, if I'm being honest. Like, I think like for this example, you know, you doing that, I like that with the hallucinations, where I could imagine maybe an event or even a location with something like that. Which actually, why don't we do that as we're talking? You know, maybe like a fun idea, like what could we do? I think an event would be kind of cool. Like I think you gave me an idea of doing like a gas cloud, or since it's all like about nightmares and stuff, or not nightmare, about dream, like a dream world. Maybe we could do, actually, what faction do you want to do? Because I want to link these to the factions, right? So what faction should we do? We have Sweet Treats with Yuki. She's going to be candy. We have Lullabies, all music based. We have Toy Box, with like toy based. We have Doodles, which are like drawings, and then we have Starlings, which are all like celestial star-like characters. So what event should we do? Or do you want to do locations first? Like either or, really depends on what we should do or what you guys want to see. That's what I really want to do. I want to like make a few different examples so we could actually go into designing something. I think, unless if you guys want to do gear, we could do gear too. I don't mind that. If we did gear, or yeah, we do gear too. Like I said, we got gear. And then here, I'll read that in a moment. And buffs. These are like buffs. Buff. And then same for this side. Well, I guess it'll be like opposite, right? These were on the opposite side. Gear and buff. Right? Gear and buff. I think we could design a new one. Let's see. Mysticos. Normal gas only affects your visual explosive gas. If you attack an enemy that is an illusion, the gas ignites and explodes. Oh, wow. So wait, are you able to run away from them then? Because isn't your game a turn-based game? So are you able to run away from them? Like what is the ideal action if you know it's explosive? And then enemy that is illusion, that gas ignites and explodes. And then toxic gas, so you must destroy the illusion as quick as possible in order to destroy the gas. You know, I think it really depends. What do you do? So what is the ideal way of doing it? So like, okay, I attack the normal one. The normal one doesn't really have any effect. It just fights me. I don't get any experience. Other version, I attack it and it explodes on me. So what's the correct action on the exploding one? If I'm not allowed to attack it, what am I supposed to do? Because every time I encounter it and it explodes on me, that doesn't feel it wouldn't feel good for the player. But like, oh, I just get punished for defending myself. The toxic one, I think that's fine. It's like, okay, so it's a toxic one, so you have to defeat it as fast as possible. You know, because every turn it's like spreading out toxins, which like that's a nice one. I was like, okay. But the explosive one, I'm a little like not sure about what's the correct motion for that. What would you do? What's the ideal outcome if you encounter explosive one? Because you don't want to hit them because they explode. So is it like a way of disarming them, or like what am I supposed to like defend? Which a lot of people don't like, just the turtling up. That's like, it takes away from the urgency of the player. And this is a theme of the universe. No, I get that. So with this kind of thing, I feel like because it sounds really cool, I actually think it's really nice. I feel like it's a full-on thing that you should do in the game. Oh, it just after 2 rounds it disappears. Okay, that's not like terrible. Just you got to think, you don't want to like break up the flow of a game. You know what I'm talking about? Because if those 2 rounds, like, oh, I just have to wait. You have to wait 2 rounds. You have to block or whatever. Are you able to just block? Hold it. And then the floppigs, gotta take out the vacuum for the gas, right? No, I get you. Where you just like suck it up. Each gas will have a visual effect. I mean, I kind of figured, I hope so. I kind of hoped it would be like what, like a green, red, and like yellow or blue, something like that, right? I think those would work well. Or if you did like instead, if you did like a purple, orange, and green, all secondary colors, that'd be nice. You know what I'm talking about? Because like visually, that would be really nice. Like having, here, I'll show you. I just like thought of like how you do it. Right, you do, no, I don't like, that's like really dark. I only want like a darker one. But you do something like this, and then you go into like orange, right? And then you go into like a violet, and then you just have like the character. You know, like something like that. I could totally imagine that working. I could imagine that working really well, which like this is like obviously toxic. Or actually no, you could do the green toxic. Green is toxic. Toxic. This one is like the explosion. Explosion. And then like the regular. Normal. Right, something like that. Could be really fun. I don't know if you guys could see that. I'm like vertical. Like something like that could be really interesting. And I think that could be fun too to see. Purple for the normal, red for the explosion, and green for the toxic. Okay. So I was off because I was thinking they were going to be all secondary colors. But red, I know red is like the easy explosion one. You're like, oh, okay, red for explosions. Okay, so what do you guys think we should do? Because I kind of like that. I might. Would you mind if I did something like that, Mr. Ghost, with the gas? I think that could be kind of fun, right? Having the gas and like, I could totally imagine. Oh, you know, that gave me a really fun idea, because I could continue with the motif of the rotating. The event cards could rotate too, right? You just gave me a really fun idea for the rotating for the events. So the events will also have them rotate. And I was thinking what we could do, right? So we could have it where like they're different colors. Right? So like obviously the green, or like the purple, the green, and the orange, right? And then like obviously this one, nothing happens when it's on the nothing. Just have it like nil, or nil, and then just have it rotate around. I give you ideas and give me ideas. That's how it makes good. Yeah, agreed, 100%. I think that'd be really interesting. And then having it where like we have these, right? You have these, and then like you have the different abilities or whatever, or the effects, right? For the event, I think that'd be really interesting. Maybe not 3. I feel like 3 is too many. But maybe like 2 different events would be kind of nice. I don't know what you guys think. I think that'd be really interesting, and would work really well. Now that I just kind of like threw it down, just like as a conceptually. So I know how you do it. Just do this, right? Yeah. Okay. I was like looking at it, like yeah. That's how it works. So like this. Right, you do like this, and then we do like obviously the black, and then in that one, and then having it where like here's the name, and then like the 2 different ones, you know, red and then green. That would actually be really cool. BRB, do you want me to show you how the gas effect looks? Yeah, of course. If you already have a doodle of it, I would love to. I'd love to check it out. But this actually, I think, will be really cool for the event. So it switches the event every turn. That'd actually be like, well, every round, right? At the end of every round, you rotate the event, and the event actually changes. That is actually such a fun mechanic you gave me by saying about the gas. I don't know if I'd use the gas exact. Maybe it could be the gas. You know, like because that's the idea of the event, is like the events change the effect of the gameplay, right? So maybe it could like slow or something, like I don't know, if it's on purple, right? That's a good example. If on purple, the speed is reversed, the reverse order. I think we could do that. Just an example. Let's do that. Gas. No, actually, no. I don't. Maybe not for this one. What could it be instead of gas? Because we don't like. I don't think gas really works for any of these themes. We have doodles. We got toy boxes. We got music. Oh, you know, we could do lullabies. I think we could do like a song. So it's like a song change. Just like it's like I'm thinking just for fun, right? Or we could also do sweet treats, which is like more like a candy storm. Is like what I was thinking right now. But no, I like the concept of the lullaby. So it's like a song, right? And then like it switches songs, like tempo. Oh, I love that actually. And then it's like, here, switch, tempo, right? Switching tempo or whatever. I think that would be such an interesting thing for this event. We'll get, obviously I want to design events for every single type. I just want to have like a wide variety, but I was just thinking that'd be like a really interesting one. So So I like that actually, especially for the first event I think we're thinking of. At least the one we're gonna like try out in the playtesting. Which I love when we actually have enough of these cards, we could actually do some playtesting. And I think we could even do it live, which would be really cool. I have like a few, like I said, Mon TCG, Ketsu Kaiju, oh my god, Kaiju Ketsugo was also interested, and we were talking about that. Maybe some other people, even maybe you, Mr. Ghost, if you wanted to. But thinking like speed order. No, hold it. I was thinking like speed order, reversed. There we go. That'd actually be really interesting. At least I feel that would be really interesting. I'll make it the green one. Should probably do that and then that. There we go. And then for the, what could it be, the purple? You know, for the violet. So we go like speed order is reverse whenever it's on the green. But what would be interesting for this song? So song tempo, I'm thinking maybe because the whole thing with the lullabies is they're all about combos, right? That's what they like to do. If this card deals damage, add +1 to attack power next turn for 1 turn. Oh, actually it should be round. Next round, whatever. I'll fix it. Next turn it wouldn't work. It would be next round, I think. Yeah, we'll fix up the wording. Can you look? Oh yeah, I'll check it out right now. But I was just thinking of like a fun thing. So like this thing is like this happens. So that's all about the lullabies. So for this one, it'll be speed order change, which I think will be really fun, right? I think that one's gonna be a good one for the effects for the lullaby or for the song. Let me check it out. Let me see what you got. Hey, what's going on? Oh, okay, yeah, I see. Oh, I see. You're doing like, so this is like the formations, right? Oh, interesting. Oh, I see. So you're gonna see more like an outer cloud. Is it something represent? No. I get it. So I understand what you're meaning. So this is what you're talking about. Hold on. Let's hide these. Okay, so what you're talking about, you're doing like this kind of thing, right? So you have your arena or whatever. Let's do like an arena, like a very basic arena. I probably should have done it in black. Here, I'll do it in black. Again. Right, you got like a very basic arena concept. Just have, yeah, I figured. So, and then you have like this thing. Let's just like do little characters. Oh, there's also a game. I gotta look it up. There's a game. After you brought that up, after you showed me this, you gave me an idea. I want to show you guys. Maybe I could do like a stream or video about it. Not sure, but about formations. And I think it was interesting because there was like a game that they had like formations, how you'd start your combat. You know, thinking you might want to look into that because it was very interesting. But no, so your thing is you have like a kind of like gas, right? Or is that like kind of your thing where you have like gas around it? Enemies can have 2 formats. Oh, okay. So what I was talking about, there's a game that I played years ago. I gotta look into which one it is. I don't remember right now. I think it was something like Riviera or whatever. But in the game, it was like it was a turn-based game that you were able to battle. But they had a very interesting system, right? So when you had it, like let's say, this is like, well, I'll redraw the arena, and I'll see what you'll see what I mean. So this is how it looked when you played. There was like a circle arena. It'd go like this, and then it's like, okay, so this is like when you were gonna play. And like the actual gameplay did not look like this. This is just like when you had your team, it would be like, okay, this is how it is, and then it gave you the option to place all the characters beforehand. So you're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna put here. I'm gonna put like, so like in your case, I'm gonna put Nikki over here. I'm gonna put here. I'll use like orange for Nikki, I guess. Here, I'll put Nikki over here. I'll put Soul over here. I'll put Oni over here. I'll put Ghost over here. You know what I'm talking about? So in the game, you're able to do that. And I was just thinking, maybe you might want to do something like that for your own game. And then maybe in your enemies, you could have like different formations, where you could have like one here, like 2 and 2. They can't move Nikki's position. No, I figured, but no, I'm just saying like something like that, where you could do maybe like since yours is a little more locked in, right? How many characters is that at once in your game? Again, now that I think about it, I think you said it was the 4, right? Yeah, it was like 4. So I was thinking like if you want to do something like this, right, let's do like a square. Right, here's the positioning. You'll have 3. Oh, you only have 3. Nikki plus 3? Okay. So this is what I was saying, where you could do Nikki's always in the back, right? And then the other ones, you could have different formations. You could have one like this, like this. You could do another one where it's like Nikki in the back, like maybe all 3 in front of him. 3 formats? Okay. You could like all 3 in front of him. Maybe you want to do Nikki in the back with like 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. You could do like a circle, or I'm just thinking like you could do a lot of different formats with that. Oh, you'll have 4 characters. I thought so. I thought you did have 4. But you see what I mean, right? You could do like different formats for this. It could be really interesting to play with the concept of having, Nikki in the back, plus having these 4 characters in front or whatever. I think that could be like a really fun concept to play with. You could even do you know what you could do? You could do like a grid. I don't know if you want to do this, obviously, but you could do a grid, like a grid system, and then just place them inside the grid. That could be kind of nice, where you just have like Nikki, maybe you have like Nikki in the back or whatever, right? Just like on the back, and then the other ones you could place anywhere inside of here, which would be kind of interesting. Then like it really changes like the format or whatever. You could even do like different like stat boosts and whatnot. You know what I mean? Like maybe if you're in this side, you get like plus 1 to I don't know, magic. But if you're like this side, you get plus 1 to attack. You have that? Oh, okay, cool. But you know what I mean? Where like different zones could be different boosts. That could be really interesting if you went in that direction. So like everything in this area gets the magic boost. Everything in this area gets the attack boost or whatever. Those kind of things could be really interesting to see. You don't see too many games with those kind of things. I can't really think of any right now. Off the top of my head, I can't think of it. Let's see, Mr. Ghost. And you will have enemies that are in the air and can only hit by range. Yeah, I love those. See, that's what I was talking about yesterday, about the specialized. Remember? We were talking about that. About these games that you have these enemies can only be defeated with a particular weapon or ability or skill or something like that. So you're locking it into something like you can only beat them with the skill, which I love that in games. You don't see it, like you do see it, but you don't see people talk about it. BRB, I need to show you stuff. Yay, you do that. Wait, okay, so we were going to go into the event. I really like this one. So this one's like a lullaby. Right, this is like the lullaby type. Low have to make sure. Lullabies. Lullabies. I just want to make sure it's lullabies. I don't know what we'll call it, but I think something like this. Oh, we were going. So I like the reverse order. I think the music really messes with you. I think that could be really interesting. But I'm not sure, actually. Like now that I think, I'm not sure what we could do with that. Maybe, what would be the other version? So we have the reverse order. I think that's really interesting. Right? It could change up your order of everything. I don't know. Let's see. Or no, actually, now that I said the reverse order, I want to change it up. Because the song ones tend to be more of a combo thing. Usually these guys are the ones mess with actions or, right? I was like thinking, what could we do? Because I want to keep the theme of these being like combos. Like this happens, so this happens. You know, for the lullabies. For these guys, it's very much like losing or gaining speed or you know, removing actions. So maybe like we could do that instead, right? Let's do sweets. Sweets. So let's do sweets. I like that more. So the speed order being reversed, I think still works for the sweets. I think it's like kind of a fun concept. Right? At least I feel it's kind of a fun concept to reverse the order of the speed. So it's like, okay, it's, let's see, looking at it here, Kides would be first. So if we were playing a game, right? Kides would be first. Should go first. Next would be a speed tie between Marrow and Alice. And then after that would actually be the Queen of Shadows. And then finishing it up would be Yuki in the turn order. If Starling was in, then Starling would have a speed tie with the Queen of Shadows. Right? So I think that'd be like, if you were playing the game, obviously that's how you'd go, it'd be that order. But okay, so round one, we go like our round. You know, Kides goes first. Here, nothing here, good. So Kides goes first. She attacks like the fragment or whatever. Then it would be a speed tie. So like, I don't know, flip a coin, rock, paper, scissors. Doesn't really matter how you decide your speed ties. Usually a lot of people like rolling dice. So roll the dice. Let's say I get lucky and I go again, you know? So we get both of ours go first, boom, boom. Or I guess like do the order 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So it's 5 turns. Can you see it now? Yeah, I'll check it out. So it'll be like 5 turns and then it'll go back, right? It'd go back and then it'll be again, depending, sometimes gear could affect things. Gear could affect speed or affect, buffs could also affect speed. But like in raw version, this is the order would be. These two would speed tie constantly. Right? Those two would speed tie. Now let me check out what Mr. Ghost had to send to me. Let's see. You sent me. Oh, okay. Oh, so you did like a bundle thing. Oh, so the enemies would be around you. That's very different. I would never imagine that. That's an interesting one. But like, I recommend, I don't know if you're gonna like, I think the around thing could be tricksy. Really depends how it works in your game. If you have back damage or whatnot. Just because your game is a turn-based game, do they have a benefit from being behind you? Like, is there a rotation system in your game? Because I've seen games do that, where like they have like a rotation to their character. Oh, you will have a rotation. Okay. So then you're gonna take, you know, like normal damage. Or here, let me erase some stuff. I'm gonna hide some stuff briefly, just so we could, excuse me, so we could use this space over here, this open space. So like I've seen some games do it. You don't see it too often, just because a lot of people don't like it. But like it's fine if you want to do it. So usually in the back they'll do like, so like here is like ×1 damage, like in the front, right? But then in the back it'll be like times like 1.5 or even ×2 damage. Are you gonna do something like that when you design it? Because that could be interesting if you do that. I've seen like people do that. It makes the game very like very much like position focused, where you're thinking of like positioning a lot more than other games. So anything in the red, obviously, like this is like, obviously this is your attack, and then this is like your weak spot or whatever. Which, like I said, it's interesting. I've seen it before in other games, but you rarely see it, just because it is one of those things a lot of people don't like. You know? But how would you decide on the end of your turn? Is that how you're going to do it, Mr. Ghost? So at the end of your turn, do you decide what direction you're looking? Are you looking in like this way? Like a up, down, left, and right? Or are you looking like multiple directions? Because I'm curious. I'm actually curious what direction you're thinking. Because it really adds to it, I feel. You know? It really adds to it. What directions are you looking at? Mr. Ghost, the further you are in the back, you have a less chance of being attacked. No, but what about, because you also had ones that the team is like this and then the enemies are around. So what's the deal with that? The enemy is still allowed to attack you, right? From behind. Unless if like you're doing it the way I was mentioning before, where like you're always in like this kind of situation, right? Like a half circle. So your team's always on this side and the enemy team's always in this side. But it seemed like you were having it where it's like you're in here, and then you have your enemies can be on the behind you and in front of you. Mr. Ghost, every time you enter a battle, the formation will be random. It's a 1/4. No, I get that, but I'm saying there's still like when you design it, you still have to design it to these random locations. It's not like 100% random. You're making like a pool, you know what I'm talking about? So let's say you tell it, oh, I want you to randomize the enemy in this area, right? It could be anywhere in here, you're telling it. But I'm saying, because in your doodles, you did like a doodle, you had some enemies behind. You had enemies like around here, right? In these areas back here. And I was like, okay, so when you design this, are you designing it where they can literally be, it's like, or when you're designing, is this you? And then they're just like anywhere in here. Is that the way you're doing it? That they're allowed anywhere in here as long as the player's not there? Because that is an interesting way of doing it. It is, okay. So you're just doing it, enemies will appear randomly any spot. Okay. The way I would probably do it, Mr. Ghost, then if you're doing it that way, then I would recommend, if you want it like that, just have your characters always in the middle, right? And then just have multiple spawning locations. Something like this, right? Like 8 spawning locations. It also depends on what difficulty you are on. Yeah, that's like, I think that's an interesting way of like doing it, where it's like, okay, so having, let's say level 1, they always come in the front, right? Level 2s, 3, and then like 4, and then like 5. Something like that could be interesting So you're giving it level 1s will only appear here. Level 2s will appear, or here, I'll do like a different color. So like level 2s could appear 1 through 2. Level 3, obviously there. Level 4. And then level 5s could appear anywhere. I have only 4 levels. Okay, well, I'm using an example. I don't actually know exactly what you're doing, Mr. Ghost, with your project. I'm just saying like example of for placement. You know, like using it as like degrees of like how varied they could be. You know, so like saying like level 1s will always be in front of you. Okay, yes, easy, normal, hard. Are you sure? So let's do like, I guess, an example, right? So easy. Easy's always going to be here, right? Easy's always in the front. Easy. It comes at you straight ahead. You don't have to worry about them. Right? Then normals. Normals could be something like that. I'm just using an example. Or actually, I feel like easy could probably even be here. This is still pretty easy. And then normal could be on the sides. And then obviously these are like the hards. And then the S for sure. Right? Something like that could be interesting. Doing like breaking it up in this manner. Of like different degrees of difficulty. I think that'd be kind of interesting if you did like that. So like saying S could be anywhere. The enemies can come in from any direction. And then like easies will always come in front of you. Normals can come on the sides if they want to. And then hards can be slightly behind you, but not full on behind you. Which I think would be really, like, that's a really interesting way of doing that mechanic, Mr. Ghost. I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's really cool. I feel like a lot of people should do more formation stuff. I think it'd be really interesting. I think I'm going to be wrapping it up. I know it's a little shorter than I usually do. I usually do like an hour, but I do have some things to do. I have like, you know, I have like some stuff I got to do, but I will wrap it up for today. Tomorrow we're going to play, I think we're still going to play more Splatoon in the morning. And then in my evening, we're probably going to do it a little earlier than today. Like I said, I'm probably going to do like my 5 o'clock. So right now it is 6:40 p.m. You know, so I'll be doing the doodles tomorrow. We do the new spin because we finish the Vortexer. Oh yeah, I love it. I love it that you want to try things that are different. I 100% agree. Yeah, have a wonderful day, Flopix. But I think I'm going to be out of here, guys. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. You know, talking game design. You know, I love it. I love talking with you guys. Yeah, you should. Yeah. But thank you so much, Mr. Ghost Flopix. Who else said something earlier? Max, Braden, Z's, and who else? I want to make sure I say goodbye to everybody that said anything. And I think there was somebody, no one over here. I am getting some views, but that's okay. But either way, that's everyone who said everything. Hope to see you all very soon. Have a wonderful day, everybody. See you next time. Goodbye.